Okay, so the audio is not completely focused. So I'm basically gonna be explaining the 12s. At the start, you want to go for the Shinyan sword. This one right here, where my mouse is, right there. In this fight, how you want to play it? I'm gonna be speaking from a healer's perspective. Most times, right here, I use Heart Spell and the shield either at the same time or the shield first, because you don't really want to use Heart Spell and shield at the same time. They both mitigate a lot of damage. It seems I got worse spots this game, so it's gonna be pretty hard. Okay, so the most important thing about 12s is swords and objectives. In 5 seconds, aka at 4 minutes, 10 seconds, you'll see this. It pops up. It tells you where the swords are gonna spawn. They're gonna spawn east and west. East and west are these two. The most important swords are the Shinyan sword. They spawn right here where I'm at, and up here. They give you invulnerability for 15 seconds. Basically, you cannot die, and it refills your HP. In the east, where I was before, this is the west. Only there are two Shinyan swords in the west over here. There's only one. It spawns around right here, and 3 minutes 30 the boss spawns. The swords can either spawn here, where I'm pinging attack. If they spawn right here, they're gonna spawn at both places. If they spawn over here, where I'm going right now, they're only gonna spawn over here once. What Char likes to do is because he has a horse, he stands right here and then he just runs around to collect all the swords. They cannot stop him. What you want to do as any other class, you want to stay right here because the Finian swords spawn here, and then just dash around to pick up as much as you can. I didn't do that because I was explaining the other ones, but anyways. At 2 minutes 30, the swords are gonna spawn at either east and west or north and south. So you want to stay in the center to see. They're spawning north and south, which is good because I'm basically north already. You wanna be there quicker than here. You wanna be there like 10 seconds before. The Shinyan sword, two spawns right here. Up like right here. And then another one spawns right here. In the north. So you wanna start right here because what Char and the like top one team does is they start right here and then they just dash up after collecting swords to waste as little time as possible. But yeah, also there's something about the boss that's really important. You wanna get you wanna get the first hit, the 50% hit. Our bot got the 50% hit right there. Because the first and last hit on the boss, it gives you points. I think 15 points for each teammate that is alive. And at 50% it gives a buff. I'm gonna stand right here so I can just take a direction when I respond. Okay. Yeah, but for the boss, if you remember what I said before, it either spawns over here or here where my mouse is and up there. And at 1 minute, that was at 1 minute 30 seconds. The boss respawns at 2 minutes 30 and no, not 2 minutes 30. It respawns at 3 minutes 30 and 2 minutes 30, respectively. I did not see where the swords are, but they're south or north. So for the south one, there's only one Shinyan sword. It spawns right there. You want to get it and then just dash up. I didn't really get any swords, so just gonna go pick these up. So I can get MVP. Low-key MVP farming these spots so I can catch Char in the leaderboard. But after 1 minute, there's no more swords that spawn, so you just want to fight. Depending on how ahead your team is, you either want to play defensively, or if your team is behind, you just want to go in because the lower amount of okay. the lower amounts of deaths that you have, and the more points that you have, the more you're worth. So what most teams do, oh, did we just lose the boss level? It doesn't matter. So what most teams do in 12s is that they, at the end of the game, if they're lower, they start to focus people that have one, two, maybe three, zero deaths, so that they can get as much points as possible to swing the game into their favor. You see, I'm MVP right now. If you're MVP and you have stats like mine, ignore the damage. Ignore the damage. If you have stats like mine, you really, really don't want to fight because it might be tempting to fight since you're carrying the game. But if you die, Char, if you die right here, you're just gonna give them like 200 points. If the game was closer, like 200, 300 points. If the game was closer, I'd say we had like 1K points left. If I died, they just come back and win the game. If you're in this position as well, you don't want to die because you give a lot of points. This position too, if you're a healer, I normally play healer. My main is Leon. Pretty sure you guys know that. Anyways, if you're like this, I'm normally like 0, 0, however many assists I get. But if you're like 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, you want to leave your team to just die. You just want to leave your team to die. If they're like 5, 10, and if someone like Char is in there, because Char is normally MVP, Dunn is close second, Rung Ho is like normally MVP. Unless you're trying to keep them alive so that they don't swing points in your favor, you just wanna live for yourself. Because if these guys weren't bots and what the fish guy Yuku the rank 1 does is that is that wait, what is it? Is that these guys, what they do to me is normally because I'm so tanky, I don't normally die a lot in these games. So what they do is they get fish, wrong hole, and where's the bloodstream? And the bloodstream right here, they get them to like just all focus me so they can get the points for me racking up assists and having low deaths. So late game, you just want to live. You honestly just want to live. But if your teammates are like, let's say you're lower in points. If you're lower in points, you just want to send it. You honestly just want to send it. And if you're playing healer, the best way to help your team send it is by using hard spell. Because it's not only a healing skill, you can use it to let your teammates push, as well as you can use it to let your teammates push, as well as you can use it to just like save them. I know I'm not playing healer right now, but it's my whole yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I said about the boss. It's at 100%. You want to get the first hit. What I figured out, the best way to get the first hit is if you are a Bloodstrom and you use your Abyssal Leap, you can just immune all the damage and then get the first hit. You can get the first hit with Flute if you have +5 Flute. Is it +5? Yeah, +5. Yeah, +5 Flute. You can reliably get first hit if the team you're facing is kind of bad. If you have, what is it? Um, where's the old? If you have Tai Chi Seal, if you read my other post in player shear tips, I'll link that as well. If you use it, you basically make a zone around the area, and half the enemy team cannot hit it because most teams in 12s are ranged. Lumina, Celestune, etc. It makes it hard for tanks to hit it because they're slowed. It makes it hard for Bloodstorms to hit it. Unless they use their Abyssal Leap. So you can use Taichi for that. You can also use some Swordstorm Blossoms. What I do when I'm solo queuing as healer, I just stop healing my team. I ult. I stay like max range. and I hope and pray I hit it. Sometimes I hit it, other times my teammates hit it because Sword Storm Blossoms, the end part that I just did, it also knocks people down. So if they're like trying to go for it, if they're not unstoppable, it should block them. That way your teammate can get it. You could also use where is it? I think that's pretty much it. You could use this. You could also use this, but I'm new to Celestine. I'm not sure how good this is. Try Try Sunder is decent because of the basic attacks. Try Sunder is also good for getting swords as well. Yuan and is it Yuan? No, Yuku. This guy, the rank one. Yuku, I don't think Jerry very uses it. But yeah, I know Yuku, he uses Try Sunder to get the swords. Like I'm there as a soap running to get the swords. I see the King Regular just doing this. And then he gets the swords and I'm just there just looking like what the fuck is happening? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for 12s. Um there's some comps that you want to run like at the moment you don't want to queue unless you have at least one sylph, one good decent range DPS and some good frontline, either Bloodscrum, Ironclad, or whatever. My team, we normally do three Ironclads, not three Ironclads, three Bloodstroms, Ironclad, and two or one Silk, depending on who's on, if Cirrus is playing or if I'm playing or whatever. We normally do three Bloodstroms, one tank, and a Nightwalker plus a healer. Either one or two. But I think the best comp for 12s is one Bloodstream, maybe an Ironclad. Like if they're really good, like Kepo, Lights, well, Blues. Like if they're really good, they can they can be good. What else? One Bloodstream, one Ironclad, then a Numina or a Celestian that's really cracked. You have Key, Dream, Suki, Yuan, this Daryl, this person right here. They're really good. And then you want two Sills, or sometimes you can do one Sills. Most times my team does one Sill, and if two people are on, like if two Sills are on, we do that. And then you might want a Nightwalker, Nightwaker. But honestly, I think Nightwakers are useless.